Hi everyone, I'm here to bring you another general reading. Um, gonna read it out like a movie script. I'm going to tell you what I'm watching, so it's gonna be a little bit like a movie review. If you resonate with the main character, you resonate with the main character. If you resonate with the antagonist, you resonate with the antagonist. If you don't resonate with either, maybe this is someone in your environment, or a lesson yet to come, or it's simply entertainment. Whatever resonates. You do not have to make it fit. You can if you want to, if you like a little bit of struggle, a little bit of mental struggle. If it causes you any confusion, stress, or pressure, it's not resonating. Again, you can decide what you want to do with that information. You can continue to be confused, stressed, and pressed if you like. That's up to you. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. I'm just going to tell you how the characters in this movie are living their life. I like to use movies as a moral lesson. In case I'm ever in a situation like that, I'll know beforehand what it is that I would want to do so that it will make my decisions a little bit more easier in the moment. You can do that as well, or you can do the complete opposite. You can plan to think about what you would do and then do the complete opposite. Again, free will is your gift. Please use it as you will, or don't use it at all. Again, I'm not telling you how to live your life. So let's see what we have here. All right, I'm gonna lay it all out, and then I'll read to you the script after it's been written, basically. My last reading gave me so much energy. I was very, very delighted by it. I hope you were too if you watched it. If you weren't, I'm happy for you as well. Your emotions are your emotions. If they don't resonate with my emotions, that's perfectly okay. It's a beautiful day today. I hope it's a beautiful day where you are, no matter what the weather is. If you don't find it beautiful, then I can respect that. I can respect that. I hope you enjoy it anyway. If you decide not to enjoy it, again, I respect that. I love doing these readings for you guys. I really do. Or at least I like doing them for me. And yeah, I guess we could keep it as simple as that. Let's see. I'm thinking that this is gonna be the last card for our reading, and it fell on the ground, which means something, but I can't remember what it means. Something. Well, maybe I'm gonna pull 2 more cards. Take this one and this one. Okay, so for the genre of this movie, sorry, I had a little bit of a moment. I had you know what? My mom calls pretty moments when your brain isn't braining at the moment. She calls it a pretty moment. So don't mind me while I'm being a little bit gorgeous. Okay. But the genre of the movie is going to be the Seven of Swords. Sevens are all about struggle. Swords are all about openness. So this is someone who is, I'm going to say for this genre, I'm going to say that this is going to be It's giving me a little bit of a found footage. It's giving me a little bit found footage and maybe like almost a nefarious way. Like there was this one movie I watched about this guy who had stalked and kidnapped a woman. It was giving, it was from his perspective, so he was recording her like going through her daily life or whatever. It's giving that I don't know why. I'm also trying to do like these resonating downloads or what have you. um so you might have someone monitoring spirits are a thing that I have not talked about yet on my channel. um Monitoring spirits are a thing, which is just someone stalking you in a with some type of intent. It's basically the same thing as just stalking, but this is more of like a energetic, emotional, spiritual sense. Like this is so you could be well. I'll let you decide whether or not that resonates for your everyday life, but I do think it's interesting that we come up with a stalker situation. Um, which is which is everything's transmutable. So if you do find yourself in a situation like that, um, it's in the 3D level, it's good to get out of that because you don't know how things can escalate. But on a spiritual level, you can manifest, you can transmute that into an energy of all attention. All attention is useful. How about that? I'm not going to say, there's a saying that all attention is good attention, but I'm going to say all attention is useful. Everything is simply a reflection of yourself. So if someone's stalking you, that's a very interesting thing to think about for yourself. What type of person gets stalked? Do you resonate with that? Is someone projecting completely on you, or is there some type of role that you're playing in which that is aligned in a deeper sense? Like if you're an aspiring actress or musician or artist or something like that, having someone stalk you is like having like your first fan. It's a little bit creepy that they are hidden like that, but after the 3D form of that has been rectified, if it needs to be rectified, sometimes people just be looking. Sometimes people just be keeping tabs and they don't have any other nefarious interest in that. But if you watch Law and Order SVU growing up like I did and was traumatized by all of that, in all good fun, of course, it's just drama, I guess. You know, if things are if things do sorry, this is a long tangent, but if things do start escalating in that, you'll feel it, you'll know what to do. Don't harness the energy of the victim. You're not a victim. The reason why they are following you is because you have power, so that is a good time to wield it. um you know the self-defense classes, pepper spray, a kitchen knife, something like that. Have a dog at your house if you're not allergic to dogs, if you're not into dogs, or or completely ignore what I say and pick up that victim energy and really like own it. Like if you're going to play the victim of the movie, then play the victim of the movie. If you're going to be the first one who dies early in the movie, own it. If you're going to be the final girl, own it. Your decision, whatever you want to do. All right, anyway, to the reason why you're here. We have the Five of Swords as our main character. So fives are all about conflict, and this is about openness and mentality. So this is someone who feels like they have the upper hand. This is someone who is maybe a little bit antagonistic, someone who is going to, it could be like the stalker instance where this is someone that's like, ah, I know exactly where they're going, and I know exactly what they're going to do, and I know exactly how to hack into all their stuff, so I can watch them all the time. I have the upper hand here, you know, that type of energy. That's that type of energy. And I'm gonna cause this person some drama just because I can, just because I can't see past my own bubble to see how it would affect other people and how that might be like, you know, something I might not want to do, or maybe that would make me like lose some sleep, or maybe some people don't. Maybe you watching this video don't feel like you would lose any sleep after stalking someone from a distance for no good reason at all. Maybe you would. I don't know. I don't know you. You know, if you like to reveal who you are, please leave a comment. It might get you blocked. I have no idea. I have no idea what I'll want to do later. You know, I'm very reflective. I am the energy you bring me. You know, so be careful what you bring me. Under that, we have the magician. So, oh my gosh. So this, when I was talking about monitoring spirits, now this is someone who might use, if it's in the 3D realm, this is someone who uses all their resources to do this. This is someone who has a guy for this, has a guy for that, has the skill for this, learned the skill for that, you know, or this is very much in the metaphysical, where this is someone who is watching someone so that they can see if their spells are working, what spells would work. This is someone who is trying to, this is very, very deceptive energy. With the Seven of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Magician here, this is very trickster energy. This is someone who will, you know, will break out the crystals to see if they can affect you. That's exactly what it's giving. It might not be any type of like real end game, but this is someone who is just interested to see if they can affect you in some sort of way. In this movie. So in this movie, we have a character who has a lot of skills and they're willing to use it. Now above that, we have the sun. So this is someone who takes great pride in this. Someone who's very skilled at it. Someone who gets joy from it. This is someone's hobby. This is someone's life. This is what makes them feel good. Like this could be someone who does this for hire. This is someone who, yeah, it's giving private investigator, but in a magical sense, with a magician. This is someone who, this is giving me a little bit like, I've seen some things where people are like, people will go to witches or warlocks to have them put a curse on somebody else. It's giving that this is that person. This is the person that, yeah, this is the person who is like a witch by hire, you know, a witch, warlock for pay. He's a little warlock for pay. Yeah, they really do like this. On each side of the bottom, next to the magician, we have the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. With eights, so the double eight here is very interesting. Eights have come up before. Eights are all about impulse, as far as my readings go. As far as numerology goes, eight is about balance, I believe, or 888 is about balance. This is someone who, yeah, who can't help but do it. Again, like this is their life. They, you know, they might even do it and be like, oh yeah, this is my calling. This is what I want to do. But at the same sense, this is like someone who couldn't help it if they tried. This is someone who is deeply entranced. Like this is maybe someone who's gotten into spell work and has maybe picked up on an entity. Like this is giving a little bit like, not so much, I'm not getting so much like demon possession, like there's hardly any human there. It's more like you got a demon on your back. This is like when you have the angel and the demon on your shoulders. Like you have one, and every chance it gets is gonna like pull on your ear to do this type of work, to do the physical work, whether that's, you know, research, gathering materials, and the mental work, which is setting intentions, taking mental space, clearing your energy from other people. Again, this is, I'm just giving a basic rundown. There might be some more in-depth way in which this person does it. So, but what we're doing is we're following a witch doctor. It's giving me because of the by pay kind of thing. This is someone who, yeah, even though it's like they can't not do it if someone asks them to do it. They have to do it. It might be that if they're not, they might have the strong impulse to, like, well, actually, yeah, with the magician, this is a strong impulse to work with this work in this realm, this category, in the spiritual realm, the occult realm. Like, this is someone who's like, they couldn't avoid it if they tried, They have a little less autonomy in it than they think, I believe. Now, next to, on either side of our main character here, with the Five of Swords, we have the Three of Swords, lots of sword energy, and the Nine of Pentacles. So this is, yeah, I would say this is someone who, yeah, I mean, it's kind of spot on, which is crazy confirmation, that this is a person who, like, does this for people. Like, okay, let me break it down first. The Three of Swords, all about striving for, in the sense of openness and mentality. There's a little bit of, like, due to the picture, there's some grief, but a striving for. So there's like a longing, grief, a need for, and it's on a mental sense. So this and an open sense. So this is someone who is like kind of like almost. This is either someone who, maybe this person, how they got there was on a very desperate level, especially with the Nine of Pentacles on the other side, describing status in a material sense. This is someone who could have used this energy to boost their status. That's a lot of energy vampires will do that. On someone who is not if it's not justice based and revenge based, and this is going to be very vampiric. If this is justice based, this is going to be a restoring of balance. This is someone who might work a lot with people who are brokenhearted, again, desperate, someone, people like low self-esteem, something like that. This could be a person who has low self-esteem. But in the sense of this movie, it's giving that they work with people with low self-esteem. And maybe they try to project that low self-esteem in a spiritual sense, or like as a curse on the people that their clients wish to curse. Their clients don't have the power to curse, but this person does, and they work mostly with people who are in desperate need, or it's gone through a breakup. This is like, can you curse my ex? Can you curse the person who rejected me? Can you curse my crush that doesn't notice me? It's very much that energy. And then next to the Sun card, above our Five of Swords, we have the Elder of Cups. Now, all the kings are elders, and cups are about agreeability. All the kings are elders. Elders are about conscientiousness, and cups are all about agreeableness. So this is someone this is someone who thinks that they are a good judge of social interactions. This is someone who thinks that they're a good and this might be someone who simply works with people who have been slighted in some way, but like I want to say this is someone who works with victims. Like, this is a hero mentality. This is someone who, a vigilante. Yeah, I feel like our character is a vigilante. This is kind of giving a little bit Batman. This is giving someone who fights for people who they fight for the little person, the underdog. This is someone who fights for the underdog. With the Hierophant, too, which is to me is all about normality. With it being a number 5, suggesting a little bit of conflict. Like, it's a little bit like conflict, as in restore normality. This is something. This is someone who will point out when someone stepped out of line. Yeah. Yeah, this is someone. Yeah, this is someone who. This is someone who's seen as very helpful. I'll say that in our story. This is our vigilante individual, and they are well liked by their. Well, they have status in their social group or community. So people do come to this person for help. Now, outside of the little circle that we just read surrounding our Five of Swords character, we have the Eight of Cups, another 8. All right, so 888 might be significant to you. That is impulse here and balance in numerology. Okay. It looks like this person. Wow, it's interesting. Someone could be coming to approach this person, or this person is going to. This is kind of giving me like this person is leaving this career or something to go work with someone else, or they have a new opportunity. How about this? They're going to work on a new case, I suppose. Yeah. So say they are very private investigator oriented, or aligned. This is someone who has, well, with the 3, it's all about striving for, and Pentacles is some material sense. So this is someone, maybe, yeah, I think this is someone who's picked up a new gig, someone's come to them with a request, and they're about to set out on it. On the other side of the little circle we have the 10 of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles. The 10 of Wands is all about completion, and the Wands are all about extroversion and exertion. So this is someone. Wow, this is kind of giving me, this is someone who's maybe bit off more than they can chew, or they're realizing more than what was told to them. This is giving me, I know there's a movie like this, where someone's like, hey, I need you to go. Well, it's kind of giving Who Framed Roger Rabbit, when I don't know if it was Jessica Rabbit who went to the main private investigator guy in order to clear her husband's name or her name or something like that. Because they were all, it seemed like everyone was getting framed in that movie, not just Roger. But it's looking like, and then as he goes through the movie, he learns more and more about what's going on. And this is not like a simple task. It's not like take a few pictures, frame this person, move on. It's like, to take the pictures is an obstacle. When you get to take the pictures, it doesn't make sense. When you go to give the pictures to the person you asked for, there's another obstacle. It's giving that. It's really giving that this person has bit off more than they can chew. When it comes to this new deal, this new case, this new project. All right, I'm gonna pull, like, this was kind of like a fun reading too. The last one was really fun. This one's kind of fun because this is giving real movie, real suspense. Like, and I think maybe the Seven of Swords is a good one for suspense. This is a very dark, sneaky, not dark in a bad way, but like dark in like this is happening at night. This is happening in the shadows. This is peering from corner to corner. This is like that scene where you see someone in the background, and as soon as the light shifts, they're gone. You know, it's giving that. This is someone who's like tiptoeing through. This is like breaking into their house or something. Or yeah, going through this stuff. This is like when you know where they work, and when they go on their lunch break, you find a way to sneak into their office. Like, that's what this main character is giving. It's very fun. You know, I think that private investigating would actually be a really fun job, but I tend to like to mind my business, so it's not a job that I would be doing. But I think that I think that people doing that type of work is really like, it must be exceptionally thrilling, you know? Because I'm a very curious person. I can be a little bit nosy. But I like to be nosy when it comes to like public things. Like if you're all outside and doing a whole bunch of stuff, I might be like, you know, I might peek out the window every once in a while to see like what are you doing. But I'm not gonna like go. You know, I find that my morals would not allow me to peek into someone's home. That would be crazy. Yeah, I think that would be crazy. I mean, I have so many other things to do. So many other things to do to be wondering about what you're doing. For money, I think that's interesting, but you're giving all your life to paying attention to someone else. And I think that where attention goes, energy flows. So I definitely would not be giving my energy to any rando just for, you know, a quick buck. My energy is more energy outweighs money, material, and like material wealth. Energy means more to me. If you're gonna give me, I'm gonna be the next trillionaire or whatever, and I have to worry about everything else. I'm not gonna do it. If it's not gonna make me feel good, if I'm not gonna sleep like a baby at night, then I don't want it. I don't want it. If you said, hey, the best way for you to sleep as a baby is to not have any money at all and to sleep in the woods, hell yeah, sign me up. I'm ready to go. Send me there. I'm ready to go. I want peace. But other people might like justice, they might like pleasure, they might like money, you might like all kinds of things, you know, you might like, I don't know, the safety of animals, you might like the production of animal products. I have no idea. Because I mind my business. Minding my business. Minding it. All right, let's pull some cards. I want to know so much about this because again, I'm a little nosy, but this is okay because these are cards, you know. I mean, is it? Am I? Well, I don't know. Like, well, the thing about it is, like, I can watch whoever this is, but I don't know who it is. I might. Well, I mean, if you ever do a tarot card reading for yourself, like I'm doing it, sometimes you will do a reading and know exactly who it is. And then I don't need any. I don't usually ask for confirmation at that point because I already got enough. What I usually ask if I have a reading and it's about someone that I know about, I ask, why do I need to know about this? How is this important to me? Like why is this something for me to know? But for this person, since I have no idea who this is, because I think they have a that's a pretty cool job, and I would feel pretty cool if I knew a private investigator. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Like if they if they invited me to do like a little stakeout and we had like coffee and donuts or something, I think that would be so fun. Mostly for the coffee and donuts part, but I think hanging out with your friend in the middle of the night. Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, honestly, I probably would be on my phone. Well, I don't know. We'll probably talk about stuff, but I'm not going to store that information. I could be like, oh my god. I could be like, oh my god, what are they doing over there? And kind of let you do your job. But I'm mostly there for company. If you're watching this and you know me and you're a private investigator and you there's no way for me to know that you haven't said that. I mean, obviously I obviously don't know, so there must be a reason why I don't know if you know me. But if you're watching this and you're like, actually, you know what, I could actually use some company on this next stakeout. I'll bring a book. I'll bring a book. When I get too nosy, I'll just read my book. Okay, I'll just read my book. Keep me in line. To keep myself in line, you do whatever you want. If you're like, hey, I'm gonna go run into the house. I mean, that's actually yeah, that's okay with me too. Because if you go in the house and after a while you don't come out, I will call somebody. I will call somebody to come help you. I won't leave you there. I won't leave you there. If I have to go in the house, I guess I'll go in the house. Because I won't leave you. So there's that. There's that. You can rely on me on that. I'll pick up a stick and I'll come right in there. Okay. Even though you weren't supposed to go in there, I will not leave you behind. I will not leave you behind. If we're both gonna get shot, we're both gonna get shot. And I'm willing to risk that for coffee, donuts, and a little chat. I think that would just be so pleasant. Until it's not, I guess. But with all that said, if I go in there and I come save you with the stick I just picked off of the ground, and I get questions. If I have to question, I'm not saying anything. All right, not to help you, not to hurt you. I'm not saying nothing. I don't know. We were on a date. We were on a date. We were on a date. As far and I'm definitely considering it that we had a little coffee date, and things got crazy real fast. I didn't know what to do. I just used my instinct, and that's what happened. That's what happened. Okay, that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. Honestly, that's exactly what happened. I don't know what you're doing. Don't tell me who it is. Don't tell me why you're doing it. Don't tell me your next move. If you just get out of the car, you just got out of the car. I'm not gonna stop you from getting out of the car. You got free will and legs. I ain't gonna stop you. I ain't gonna stop you. I am gonna wonder where you are after a while, but and that's when I'll be calling somebody, or hopefully I just have to call somebody because I'm not trying to go in there. I'm not trying to bother someone else's peace. I'm gonna pull a lot of cards just for I want to know for this situation, because it's just a movie. I want to know what the case is and why it became too much. That's what I want to know. That's all I want to know. I know enough about this person's character, their lifestyle, all that. I want to know why it became too much. Okay, perfect. Oh, okay, so it looks like we got 3 cards to represent the case, and that is the Ace of Wands, Temperance, and the Adult of Swords. All the queens are adults. All adults are about agreeableness. All right, that's the personality trait that they are assigned. With the swords, they're also assigned the personality trait of openness. All right, so this is This for the case, it's like it's a little bit with the adult of swords. It's a little bit like I need more information. I need you to gather more information. And with the temperance card, I want to look at the numerology of this one. That's 10, 4, 5. So this is a little bit of conflict. So this is balancing conflict. It's like it's kind of like it's like kind of like I need to dig up some dirt on this person. That's what this is getting. The assignment was to dig up some dirt. And with the Ace of Wands, which is all about extroversion, yeah, it's like they have a it's either yeah, it's giving like I have to take this person out. Like this is giving like I need more dirt on this person so that I can get the upper hand on this person. This is so that I can assert myself on this person, so I can overcome this person, so I can take advantage of this person, so I can take my next move on this person. This is like I need more information so I can know what to do next. It's kind of giving me I don't know. I have there's a goal. There's obviously a goal past gaining more information. There's like a bigger project here with this Ace of Wands. Like maybe to balance out the forces, maybe like or like this is definitely giving like this is giving like they portray they might have betrayed the the client may have betrayed the target because they are suggesting that there's some balance that needs to be returned, but the only thing they want is more information. And that I feel like that should be a sign to anyone who does that type of work. Yeah, because that would be more offensive than defensive. Like this isn't someone who's like, oh, this person took this from me or something like that. This because this person is asking for more information on this person. Like I need more intel on this person. I need the scoop. I need to know what this is someone who's like, I don't even know what this person is about. And they're asking this person to gain information on them, which is kind of crazy because this person usually works with people who have been hurt and in need of some form of justice. Even though the justice card has not shown up here. So it could be rather routine that this that our main character here has been asked to get dirt on someone instead of exercise like a return to sender or a callback of energy. You know, if you know what I mean. If you don't, I'll surely talk more about it in my other videos. So stay tuned. But as far as how it got too much, we have the Magician, the Two of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. So, wow. It looks like it's too much because the target is also a magician. Just like the because the target also knows about the same stuff, this spiritual stuff, the what's it called? The like spiritual stalking. I just used the word. Just rewind if you need to hear it again. Something watcher, some type of watcher. Like this is like they dig their digging and they found out that this person knows about stuff. And it's difficult for this person because now they have to, just like the two of pentacles we have here, like, you know, trying to juggle all of this. Not only are trying to juggle all this information, like then not only are they trying to juggle like what to do with the things that they've gathered, it's information, I guess, for this case, even though it's represented as the pentacles. They also have to make a decision on what to do after they have made this, after they have discovered whatever it is that they discovered. And with the Ace of Cups, this is suggesting that there might be like some level of like our main character here, our main character magician, is having a hard time doing the task or performing, yeah, how are we gonna say this? They're not feeling quite well on providing their client this information or targeting this person. They're not feeling very comfortable about this. And they're not feeling very comfortable about this because they kind of feel like this person isn't, like, when you know about all when you know about the spiritual magical stuff, you understand, well, when you understand energy and how energy is simply just reflected from you out to the world, back at you, it's just very much that back and forth. And this person is kind of like, I don't think that I want to get mixed up in this energy. Isn't like, I don't think that I want to um I don't want to add to this energy or take away from this energy. There seems to be, because of they're both magicians and this Ace of Cups, there's a little bit of this sentimentality in it. Like, like there is almost like a alliance, an already, like an unspoken alliance between our main character and the target. Either they just seem very familiar to them, or they dig their digging and they kind of like what they see. This is kind of like, actually, you know what, instead of being a target, I kind of want to support this person. This is like someone who's like, well, now that I've dig my digging on this person, I guess now I have to go figure out what is going on between the target and the client. And I think that's a little bit out of the realm for our particular character. I don't know if that's out of the realm for a lot of private investigators, but it's kind of like it's switched. It's especially with the Two of Swords here. It's almost like they have to. It's also giving, this Two of Swords is also giving me a little bit of like access denied. It's a little bit like, well, maybe I should protect this person, or maybe I should, if anything, I should just leave this person alone. That's what it's like. If anything, I should just kind of leave this person. It's kind of like when it's kind of giving me. I wish it was a movie. It's a little bit like. It's a little bit like the scene in The Fifth Element when Lilu had just been resurrected and she escaped from the building that she was being held in, and she ran into Corbin. And at first, Corbin was like, "Hey, yeah, I'm gonna have to let them take you. You know, it's just like I can't afford to have another like ding on my license. I have other things to do. This is bigger than me, kind of thing. I'm just doing I'm just doing my job as a civilian, basically." And when Lilo does she asks for help. She reads off the little magazine in his car and uses English for the first time, and she asks for help, and he just can't help but help her. Like he just can't help but help her. And I feel like this is kind of like the energy that we're getting from our main character. Like this main character, it's actually, this is a really fun movie. This is a really fun movie because we're watching this guy stalking this person, and the more they learn about this person, the more that they actually want to like defend this person, or yeah, it's giving a little bit more defend, especially in movie the movie example I used. Yeah, this is really cute. This is really cute. Um, this is really cute. I wonder. This is a fun This is a fun. This is a fun tarot reading because it makes me want to ask even more questions. And usually at this point I'm done, but I kind of want to know how the target feels about this. What is the beef between the client and the target? Do you think should we pull some? I'm already at 45 minutes. I could spend 15 minutes and just pull a couple for that if you guys, yeah, you want to? All right, let's do it. All right, let's see. Because I kind of want to know how this movie ends. Like, so I think I'm gonna pull for 3 piles. 1 pile to know what the beef is between the client and the target. I want to know how the target and the investigator, if they interact with each other, how that goes down. It seems like the investigator is all up in the target's life, so I wonder if they're going to like actually like face to face know each other, meet each other or whatever. And I kind of want to know like how this all ends. So put these two on this and this. I might pull, let's see how many this is. Let's do, got a little crazy. Let's do that one. Okay, yeah. We got 3 left, so, 4, 5. So 5, I'm gonna put this one here, this one here, this one here, here, and here. All right. So for what's the beef between the client and the target, we have these 3 cards, and it has the 9 of Wands, the Adult of Cups, and the 8 of Swords. Again, so 8s, man, the 8s be showing up. In the 5s, but a lot of 8s. So it looks like the beef between the client and the target is that with the 9 of Wands, 9s are all about status. Wands are all about extroversion or exertion. And so this is someone who's like, ooh, this is someone who may be a little bit crazy. The client's problem with the target might be that the client is a little bit crazy. And with the 8 of Swords, like we talked about, impulse, mental impulse, like this is someone who's kind of like, with openness and mentality, this is someone who is, oh, you know what? It's given obsessed, especially with the Adult of Cups. The Adult of Cups is going to be hyper agreeable. There is no other trait to add on to it. Queens and adults equal agreeability, and cups equal agreeability. So this is someone who is like attached, very attached, like kind of sick in the head. Yeah, this is giving obsessive. This is obsessive energy. This is like feeling personally hurt and stuck in it. We talked about this before, but this is feeling like personally hurt and stuck in it. They cannot let go. They just cannot let go. This is obsession. Like the client is the stalker. They're just using the investigator as their arms and legs, their eyes and ears. basically. This is someone like, yeah, and this is someone who's like, yeah, portraying themselves as the victim here. Like, there is a lot of that victim mentality, but as we saw already throughout the movie, like, this is not warranted. It doesn't seem warranted, especially in our main character's eyes. Now, as far as the investigator and the target's interaction is going to go, it is going to be like they are going to meet with this child of wands, so this is going to be like baby steps. This is going to be like, oh wow, this is giving me a little bit like they keep running into each other, and the target is like, haven't I seen you before, blah blah blah, and they try to play it cool. Like they eventually slowly start um having interactions with each other, and things, and then I think the target is going to be like confused as to what's going on here. Like, they're going to start picking up, they're going to smell something fishy. They're going to be like, okay, so then why do I keep seeing you? Why do you keep showing up? Like, what are you doing? Like, like, there's going to be things that don't align. Like, the investigator is not someone who's used, it seems like, in our movie, I'm just going to say, from this direct download from the universe here, our investigator isn't a good liar. That's the thing about them, and that's kind of like what makes them a good investigator, because they're a truth seeker. They know when someone's lying, that they can't do it themselves. And I think that and again, the target is very, like, they're both very similar. They both cannot lie. Yeah, they both have a hard time lying. So our target is going to be picking up on things, and eventually the target is going to do exactly what's going on. They're going to call the investigator out on this, and like, I'm just download, but not based off these cards. Well, yeah, not based off these cards. I haven't broken them down. Like, the Seven of Cups, sevens are all about struggle. This is all about emotional struggle. So this is maybe someone like the target. Like, the target might start being like, oh wow, this guy is really cool. Blah blah blah, and then they start acting fishy, and then they have to make a call on it. They have to be like, no, you may seem cool, but you're acting fishy. So, and like, again, like, this is giving me like, the target is like, I don't want anything to do with whatever is going on here. You're not being straightforward with me. I don't want to deal with it. I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I don't want it. I don't want it. Leave me alone. Like, it's giving me that energy. It's giving me like, oh, nice first baby steps, and then escalating really quickly to like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Why are you near me? Why are you near me acting like this? That's what that's giving. Yeah, with the Judgment, he's giving straight, like, I know, if I don't know who you are, I know the entity that is on you. I know that you are not here for anything good. So please be on your merry way. And how the movie ends, we only have 2 cards for this one, but how the movie ends, we have the 8 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. So the movie ends pretty well with this 10 of Cups energy. 10 of Cups is all about completion and emotional completion, which is very, very lovely. And when we have another 8. Wow. Oh, wait, no, that's a 7. Sorry. We have the 7 of Pentacles. And the 7s are all about struggle. This is physical or like material struggle. So this is like actually working, toiling, stuff like that. So how the movie ends is like this: the investigator works really hard here. He toils really hard to present maybe like a case against the client or something like that. Yeah. And not only, cause I guess, it's really cute, because at least how I imagine it in this movie, it's really cute because the investigator like heard the target's judgment on them, and then, but instead of like taking it personally and being like, okay, fuck this person or whatever happens to them, this person is like, oh no, it's almost like this person gains like some Like the target has a lot of like integrity, and it enforces some integrity in the investigator. And so the investigator is like, okay, well, if the target is very keen on keeping their own, like keeping out the drama and stuff like that, I'm going to clear up some drama for them. And their way of clearing out drama is to do what they do best, and that is to gather like a profile on the client. So like I was saying before, the confirmation, it seems like the investigator is now switching it up. They switch sides. They're working for the target now, and without the target knowing, honestly. Because the target doesn't care, is not going to invest in it, not even going to ask about that, nothing like that. So the investigator is taking it in his own hands to now target the client, and with the client out of the way, everything ends up really well. Whether or not whether or not these two, like the investigator and the target, the original target, end up together, it's giving a little bit like they live happily ever after, basically. It is giving that, but if anything, the investigator has found peace, and maybe like if they weren't doing this just to help people and were just doing this because they had the skill and they could use the money, like, I don't know, was Constantine like that? Was he an exorcist for like pay, or was he like, you know? Or am I just talking about that because Keanu Reeves is in it and everyone loves Keanu Reeves? Shout out Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves, if you ever see this video, I love you. Keep up the good work. I love what you do. I love the personality. I love it. Yeah, keep being a good person. Love that. We love to see that. I love to see that. But yeah, it seems like if at anything, everything ends up really well. And everything ends up really well. Oh, and it could be like a little bit like they start working together or something like that. Like, they're magicians together, little magicians together. I love it. I love that. I love that. That's so nice. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it there. I guess the moral of the story, we watched the crap out of this movie, I would say. I would say that the moral of the story is that it's never too late to change. Always do the right thing. Everything happens for a reason. Where you're supposed to be, you'll get to where you're supposed to be no matter what path you take, just as long as you keep going. Happiness is usually a surprise. Yeah, do what's right, defend other people's peace. I would say that, or don't interrupt other people's peace. You might not have to go so far as to defend other people's peace, depending on the circumstance, but this seemed like one of the circumstances which the client wasn't going to stop targeting the target because they just couldn't help it. With this obsessive energy, they could not help but target this person. So sometimes you have to take matters into your own hands, and yeah. So I definitely am on the lines of I can only respect your peace if you're doing it peacefully. If your peace involves ruining the peace of other people, then you might consider me a threat. You might consider me a challenge in your goals in life. I would definitely write that down. I would definitely write, stay away from this person. If this person catches on to what I'm doing, they might be a problem. I would write literally that word for word. If you need to hear that again, please rewind it. Okay. Yeah, I think this ended beautifully. I hope the rest of your day ends up being as beautiful as the ending of this movie. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you didn't enjoy it, I'm really still very happy for you. I know that's a personal decision. And I respect it. Um, yeah. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.